If you like to smoke weed, vapes, the weed pens, the cannabis oil, CBD, hashish, whatever, don't do it while you're in a foreign country when it's illegal. My name is D-Rel. This is Rel's Rants Reloaded. What we're going to get into today is about the WNBA girl, Brittney Griner. She is literally in jail in Russia during probably the worst time that you can be locked up abroad. Let's get right into it. Brittney Griner, WNBA star, chick's like 6'9", basketball player, WNBA. And for those that don't know, the WNBA, they don't make a lot of money compared to their counterpart, the NBA. And they don't make a lot of money because the WNBA is not a prosperous product like the NBA. The WNBA always operates in a negative, and then the NBA bails them out and picks up the slack. So therefore, you can't pay these girls all of those LeBron James and Kevin Durant type contracts. She's making about $200 and something thousand a year, which is a lot of money. $60,000 a year is a lot of money. $100,000 a year is a lot of money. You're making $200,000 a year. They're saying it's not a lot of money because with this culture we live in, everybody wants to compare themselves to men, but don't put in the same effort and work to equivalate that sort of pay. Like I said, the WNBA is nobody's looking out for the WNBA. You look at the top 100 games ever or whatever, you're not going to see a WNBA game. It has nothing to do with the women. It's just a boring product. The Connecticut basketball team, the college team, their female team is more exciting to watch and has been to watch in the past 10 years than pretty much the whole creation of the WNBA. Not taking nothing away from them. These women are very good athletes. Nobody just wants to see that sort of content like they do with the NBA. So what Brittney did was she took her talents, like a lot of semi-pros do, overseas, where she was getting, I think, $1 million or $2 million to play for a Russian team. She was playing for Russia. Off season, pretty much the WNBA doesn't play. They start their league in the summer after the NBA finishes. They get their little 2 months in and then it's going away. So she went overseas to go get her bag, as she should. If you can make the money, make the money. You 6'9", you could dunk. Shoot, you could get your money. But what she fucked up at, or what they're saying she did, she had hashish oil. Stuff to get high. You're in a different country. It's the off season. Nobody knows what you're doing. That's what they're saying she had. She probably had it. If they found it, she had it, which is a big no-no. You should know better. You're a professional. And now she's locked up. Could be facing up to 10 years. They just extended her detention for 2 more months. And the internet is in a uproar. And we live in this culture where we blame everybody else, but don't hold the person that did the dumb shit accountable. She shouldn't have been doing that. If you in another country and you got what you got and you get away with it, you use it while you're there, and then when you're about to leave, discard it. You put yourself in that situation. Nobody sets you up. You see stuff online on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Oh, she's a political prisoner. They're using her as a pawn. No, they're not. She broke the law. If she didn't have that hashish oil in her bag, she would be home with her wife right now. She did wrong. She got caught up. For some reason, there is a trend with athletes to do dumb shit at the most stupidest time during war. Because remember when Donald Trump was in office and LeVar Ball's son, the middle son, the one that didn't make it to the NBA, he's in college and he decides to go, while they're in China, he decides to go to the Gucci store and steal some damn shades and gets locked up. Like, at the same time, Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un, they not getting along, or they trying to negotiate, they doing their little daggone foreign power shit. Like, why do people decide to do the stupidest shit at the stupidest time? So now people want to play victim instead of playing holding people accountable. She did wrong. She got locked up. Hopefully she gets out. I don't want to see her go. I don't want to see her go to jail. I don't want to see her be detained, but you fucked up. And it would have been like that if you were the regular Joe Smo. You just are a player that is in the WNBA, and you got some stuff behind your name. And it's a story. And you got this Ukraine shit with Russia and Putin and Biden and the daggone NATO. This is the wrong time to be doing stupid shit while you're in a foreign country. If you're in Russia, you did that to you, nobody else. Stop making her seem like she is some... People are literally saying that she is a political prisoner of war. Like, yo, at the end of the day, them Russians don't give a fuck about her. She's black, number one. She's gay, number two. They don't like gay people over there. I think that shit is even banned. But they was paying her to play basketball. So she's really not a political prisoner. She is a daggone person that got knocked doing some dumb shit while she trying to get her ass back on a plane to America. And she got caught up. And it's like the internet and the internet world and the Twitter world and the Instagram world want to hold everybody accountable. They want to hold black people accountable. Don't hold, and you know what's funny? Y'all always want to hold black people accountable, but you don't want to hold other groups like the LGBTQ community. Nobody else holds them accountable, because you have a lot of people and a lot of outcry from different areas saying that, yo, I hope they free us, free such and such, free Brittney, free. I've not heard one thing from that group of people. Not even that group of people, that organization, not the group of people. You have to separate the LGBT community and the LGBT people. Just like you gotta separate Black Lives Matters and black people. The organization versus the people that are a part of it. That organization hasn't put nothing up on their website. You haven't seen a big, huge outcry from higher ups in that community talking about free Brittney. But you want to hold black people accountable. Remember, when you delve into that sort of situation and you got that backing, all of a sudden you are a gender more than you are a race. And I've talked to many people that are gay, and they said they identify with a gender first before they identify as a race. So don't try to hold black people accountable or say, oh, where's Jesse Jackson? Where's daggone Al Sharpton? Where are these people? Hold them people over there in that Rainbow Coalition. Hold them accountable also. But at the end of the day, it is what it is because she did what she did. You can't get around it. You do stupid shit, you win stupid prizes. Even if it was a mistake. Even if she had the stuff in her bag and didn't know it, you got pinched. You got to take that shit. Stop making it seem like she is just a saint. Because she ain't. She did wrong. When you're in another person's country, you have to abide by their rules. Just like if they come to America, they have to abide by these rules. You're not special. I've even seen shit like, oh, if that was LeBron, or if that was Curry, or if that was daggone Russell Westbrook or Klay Thompson, American embassy and the president would have tried to get them back immediately. If that was LeBron James, he wouldn't have been over there smoking no weed or smoking the hashish oil or the pens that people smoke, the CBD type shit. He wouldn't have been over there because he's a professional. Michael Jordan wouldn't have been over there doing that. When they went to Barcelona, you ain't seen no shenanigans like that because he's a professional. They focus on their craft. See, this new daggone era of young adults, 18 to 28, 30, they feel the rules don't apply to them. They got all of this other stuff going on. They feel like they free souls. We're going to do what we want to do. The world don't work that way. You can't do what you want to do somewhere else. You can do what you want to do in your house, in the privacy of your own home, without being judged, without being daggone ridiculed, looked at, questioned. But when you somewhere else, you get accountable. You get held accountable for the stuff that you do that you don't supposed to be doing, and you get caught. And the WNBA can't save you. The NBA can't save you. You got to wait for the foreign consulate and your lawyers to try to work a deal, this, that, and the third. But don't make it seem like, oh, Vladimir Putin is like, we have a pawn in this Ukraine, United States, NATO, financial restrictions type shit. No, nobody cares. Nobody's coming. Nobody's coming to the aid. The funny thing is, through this whole daggone thing, you haven't heard Kamala Harris talk about that shit. And she's a big capper when it comes, or not a capper, but a capper. She caps when it comes to LGBTQ issues and this, that, and the third, and women issues. She hasn't said a damn thing. She hasn't said a thing on TV. She hasn't said a thing on her Instagram. Biden hasn't said a thing on TV. But you know what the funny thing is? It's sad to say, and I'm not a Donald Trump fan, never was, never will be. If Donald Trump was in office, he would try to get her free just to gain clout, and he probably would have did it. Just the same way he got LeVar Ball's middle son out of jail out there in China. But that's another subject for another story. We're not talking about politics, we're talking about basketball. At the end of the day, I hope this girl comes home to her family. They might make her sit for a minute. Remember, you can't make her the victim like, oh, yeah, they planted that on her. They was targeting her. No. The Russian basketball team, whoever owns it, she was making money in Russia. They was paying her millions of dollars, or $1 million or $2 million, but they was paying her more than the 100, 200,000 that she was making in America. Now, don't you wish you was in America? At the end of the day, the grass is not greener on the other side all the times, unless you playing by the rules. Everybody else got out the country. You slipped up. Somebody put a banana in your tailpipe. Pause. If you can, like, subscribe, share. This is Rails Rants Reloaded. We go to holla at y'all later. I think we're going to talk about banks next time. And should you keep your money in banks? With all of this Russia, Ukraine shit, and we're not going to the conventional type war with NATO and this, that, and the third. You're not seeing boots on the ground. They got shit going on, but it's not like Afghanistan where you got all of this shit going on. It's like a different type of war. And we're going to talk about that later. Should we keep our money in banks, and the pros and cons and how they hold certain things hostage? I'm going to holla at y'all later. Like I said, again, can you like, subscribe, and share? I'll holla at y'all later. Peace.